Alright, hello guys, welcome back to another video. A little bit of a later upload tonight, if this does come out tonight. So I wanted to come on here to talk about the TikTok situation. If you guys have not heard about the TikTok situation, it looks like the US government is trying to ban TikTok once again. I know, it's been like, how many times now? 3, 4? Something along the lines of that. And if you guys happen to be subscribed to my second channel, you would know that I have been covering that in my short form content. And yeah, I think it's safe to say that I wasn't really expecting them to try and ban TikTok once again. I thought that they were done trying to put a ban on TikTok and not allow it in the United States anymore, but it looks like I was wrong, because it looks like currently Congress is trying to pass a bill that, if passed, will give the president the ability to ban foreign apps like TikTok if they deem it a national security risk. And I mean, if you know anything about the government here in the United States and their battle against TikTok and some of the investigations that the United States government has done into TikTok, you would know that a lot of the politicians here are not really too fond about TikTok being available to citizens of the United States, and they've been constantly for the longest time trying to find any reason to get it banned here. And the reason why they want it banned, at least this is what they say, is because they believe that it's a national security risk. Now, of course, to this day, they haven't been successful in banning TikTok, and realistically, as much as I hate some of the content and the trends that happen on TikTok, I really don't know if I want it to be banned, and I feel like if it did get banned, that would be really bad. Now, I will talk more about that later in the video, but for now, let's just go over the most recent attempt to try and get TikTok banned. On Thursday, a House panel unanimously approved a bipartisan bill that would require the Chinese firm to divest TikTok and other applications it owns within 6 months of the bill's enactment in order to avoid a nationwide ban. The legislation also creates a process that lets the executive branch prohibit access to other apps that pose a threat to national security. So yeah, that's what we're dealing with here. And personally, do I believe that TikTok is going to get banned? No, not really. And the reason why I say that is because there's way too much money involved, and people, you know, they have careers on TikTok. Like, I mean, just think about it this way. Like, I make YouTube videos and I make money on here. This isn't specifically my career or my main source of income, but I do rely on this platform a lot to make extra money, I guess you could say. And if, say, YouTube got banned from the US, which it never would, it would be really bad for the people who are on it, because then it's like you can't make money anymore, at least not legally, and also most of your audience is going to be kicked off and they won't be watching you anymore. All the advertisers would leave too. It would just be chaos. Like, there are so many people who make a living off of these social platforms like YouTube, TikTok, even Instagram, which is crazy to me. And shutting down a platform as big as TikTok in the United States just really doesn't seem reasonable, despite the fact that it could be a potential security risk. Now, the whole reason why this banning thing has been brought back up is because Congress introduced a new bill that is called Protecting Americans from Foreign Adversary Controlled Applications Act. And essentially what happens if this bill gets passed is TikTok doesn't get immediately banned or anything like that. It's not like a bill to ban TikTok specifically or anything like that. But essentially what this bill would do is it would give the president, or specifically the executive branch, the ability to identify certain social media applications under the control of foreign adversaries. These would be countries like China, Russia, Iran, and North Korea as national security threats. And essentially when they deem the app as a risk, it would be banned unless it severed ties with the entities under control of the foreign adversary. And they would have 180 days to fix that, or they get banned. So yeah, no, once again, I don't think TikTok would get banned for this, especially if they're given an opportunity to, say, divest and sever their potential ties with the Chinese government. But I can see why a lot of people are concerned about this, and I can see why TikTok themselves are concerned about this also, especially when the president and his administration are saying that they will ban TikTok if Congress passes this fucking bill. And to make it even weirder, bro is campaigning on it. Like, I remember hearing about this news. I really just did not understand it at all. And I'm not like the biggest guy into politics and whatnot, but like, this is just fucking stupid. Why would you even think about banning it when you know that there are so many people in favor of having it available in the US and not having it banned? Like, I don't think the young people are going to be voting for you from TikTok if they hear you're trying to ban TikTok. And I don't think the people who are making their money over there and who have their careers and their businesses over there are going to be real happy with you when you're doing things like that. And I don't think they're going to vote for you either. I mean, at least make it make sense. I mean, you want to be reelected, right? Well, this is not how you do it.
Just a question, do you still support banning TikTok? Would you sign that bill?
If they pass it, I'll sign it.
Now, I know there isn't really like a bill that is out there right now that is specifically there to ban TikTok like immediately when it gets passed, if it does get passed, but he was asked about a potential bill that was there to ban TikTok and whether or not he would support a TikTok ban, and he said if they pass it, he'll sign it. Like, I don't even know if he understands what he is saying here or if he really meant that, but like, I think that's the last thing you would want to do. Just saying. Now, anyways, on the other side of it, you want to hear something crazy? One of the first people who wanted this banned doesn't really seem like he's in favor of it anymore. If you guys remember years ago when they were thinking about banning TikTok initially, Donald Trump was behind it and he wanted it banned, but now that Joe Biden is president and Trump is running again, I find it to be awfully suspicious that Trump doesn't want TikTok to be banned. Here's what he had to say about it. If you get rid of TikTok, Facebook and Zucker Schmuck will double their business. I don't want Facebook, who cheated in the last election, doing it's just all right. But yeah, you guys can see what I mean. I don't even have to read all this. There are so many clowns in the government. That's all I'm gonna say. But yeah, no, what I think is going on here though is I don't think these guys actually care about this being a potential national security threat. I think they're more concerned about being like re-elected. That's what I think. And it's actually really cringe. Now, another thing to add on why I don't think TikTok is going to get banned, because in a way it is a little bit unconstitutional to ban TikTok. And if you think about it, it is suppressing freedom of speech and expression, blah, blah, blah. You get the point. And for that reason, I don't think that it would get banned. So I really don't believe, in my opinion, we're going to have to worry about a TikTok ban. And I don't think anybody should be worried about it. I think we should be more worried about TikTok's moderation than anything else. Just my thoughts though. But anyways, besides my thoughts, let's hear what Twitter has to say about a potential TikTok ban. TikTokers actually got to get a real job now, like the rest of society. I mean, hey, okay, there are some people who actually have a business on TikTok and they do more than just like dance in front of a camera or do like shitty IRL pranks and stuff like that. Like, people are actually making a living on TikTok, or they're using TikTok for promotion. And as much as I want to say, oh, get a real job because you don't have a real job, well, I mean, look at me here. I'm literally sitting behind a microphone and talking to you guys for a YouTube video. Biden wants to leave his mark before he's gone. I mean, I don't know how I feel about this one, because I don't know if there's more people in favor of having TikTok banned or, you know, keeping it unbanned. But I really wouldn't be surprised if a lot of people started turning on him and decide not to vote for him because he supports a TikTok ban, especially if he's trying to appeal to the younger generation. TikTok has already damaged millions of children. I mean, I will have to agree with you on that one, but also at the same time, there's a lot of people who rely on TikTok and to have their businesses on there and their careers on there. So I don't know, I guess I'm 50-50. I do not use TikTok, but this is against our constitutional rights. Definitely 100%, I agree, because I already talked about it earlier. Banning something that a lot of people have a voice on and people use daily for their news and information, all that stuff, would be censoring them, and that is unconstitutional. But yeah, anyways, I guess that's how Twitter feels about this, and there are a lot of differing opinions on this, and I understand why, but in my own personal opinion, I believe that TikTok should not be banned. And that's crazy of me to say that with all the videos that I've made on TikTok and saying how it should be banned and how I don't like it and all this. But I mean, realistically, I mean, if it did get banned, it would be really bad and a lot of people would not be happy about it. But yeah, I guess with that all being said, I'm gonna wrap up the video right there. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys all enjoyed the video, and thank you for making it to the end of the video. Since you guys definitely enjoyed that video, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe so the video gets promoted more in the algorithm so more people will see it. Thank you guys so much for being a member to the channel. Your support really means the world to me, and I really do appreciate it. My name is Breone, and I will see you in my next video. Peace.